What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down how to play entry in Rainbow Six Siege. Alright, so before we go any further, there are links to my Twitch and Twitter in the description below, so make sure you go check those out. So, breaking down an entry really comes down into a few things. The prep phase, the mechanics you need, and just how you move through the building. So, for the prep phase, first off, what is an entry? An entry is somebody that, like the name kind of shows, enters the building first and tries to get the primary kill. So, being that said, you're probably not going to be alive for too long, to be honest. So, it's important in the prep phase to set up a flank drone. These are two of my favorite flank drones, one in Office and one in Sunrise. The reason for is for hookah. These are just high traffic areas no matter what side it is. But for hookah and billiards, you can nitro cell both default plants from these rooms. So that's why it's very important to have a drone here. But as for the mechanics, having proper aim is very important, as like I just said, you'll be entering the building first and trying to get a kill as fast as possible. So if you missed my latest video, I broke down how to improve your aim in Rainbow Six Siege, so make sure you go check that out. Alright, so as what you do in the building, like in the round, the actual round, early in the round, you're gonna wanna communicate either to your randoms or your duo queue or whoever you're with, where you want to push it. Let's say you want to take Office. So your support player is going to want to drone you in. If you have a pre-placed drone here, it will make it a little bit quicker. You can quickly check, okay, I don't see anybody in Office. You can just drone straight into security. And then you can push in. While they're droning security, I like to have a one room spacing. So if they're droning Office, I'll be like outside. If once they say Office is clear and drone into Sunroom and then security, I'll move into Office. I'll watch Blue Bar as they drone Office and security and Sunroom, and then I'll push up and take this as they go back and drone Blue Bar. It really depends where you want to push. If you're trying to push lobby, you're gonna obviously want to drone through security in the lobby. But if you want to take more towards the double bars like Blue Bar and Sunrise, you're gonna want to drone through Blue Bar and then the courtyard, Sunrise, all that stuff. But going back quickly to the mechanics, if you don't have anybody to drone you, either you're gonna need to drone yourself, which sometimes is a little painful, especially if you gotta move off your intel quickly. But what's gonna be very important is also not quick leaning, but mainly face checking, which is like the name says, just checking areas with your face. If you don't have a drone and you need to quickly check the area, then you're gonna need to be able to quick lean. Usually on ADS if you want to get more intel because your FOV is a little bit wider, and then like let's say you see somebody on that door like this, you're gonna want to lean back, aiming, and then pre-fire them. So that's just mainly the mechanics. It really just requires aim and good mobility and mechanics in general. And what's also very important is knowing callouts, like very detailed callouts and how to take fights. Let's say, oh, your support player drones in here, yo, there's one behind the bar. You're gonna, okay, so the thing is with your callouts is you're gonna wanna the way to check the room is going from, like if you're swinging from right to left, like swinging, what does this be, clockwise, you're gonna wanna check the room clockwise. You don't wanna swing out here and then check there and then work your way back. You're gonna wanna maybe quick lean a little bit, check out this way, come down here, knowing where the common spots are to be. So like, boom, check behind the couch. Boom, check over there, on the doorway, behind the bar, deep on the bar, close on the bar, and then behind this little pillar. And then once you check that, do the same thing. Close on like that pixel angle, on the door, on the staircase, below the staircase, behind the bar. Just having common game sense of where players might be, and then being able to relay that information to your team. Because like entering into the building once you die, you're very important. You're basically a drone, but your main job is to get a kill, right? So let's say you run in, you kill somebody behind the bar, and then you die to a Maestro in the service corner. So let's say you die. Then you're gonna need to call out, hey, Maestro's in the southwest corner of service behind like the bookcase. Well, not the bookcase, like the shelves. It's important to be detailed with your callouts. Because if you just say one service, this whole room is service. So it's important to say like behind the bomb, near like the bottle rack, in the corner near the shelves, whatever it may be, on the beer keg, on jail, whatever you want to call anything. So that's very important as well, having good aim, good mobility, and then having good callouts. And also just in general, good understanding of where people will be. So the operators you'll probably be playing are Zofia and Ash. Most likely also like Sledge and Buck. So using your utility is very important. I see too many people use their utility to break barbed wire. And that is the most wasteful thing you can do with your utility, unless you're rushing, in my opinion. Or you have somebody else, like a Zofia or a Sledge, that can take care of a Maestro Cam or a shield. If you see something is free, and you want to rush it, and there's barbed wire, you can shoot like an Ash charge or Zofia charge if you're gonna rush in and you think it will work. Other than that, you should be using your Ash charges and Zofia charges to destroy things like Maestro Cams, open lines of sight, like there will be a rotate usually right here. Make rotates to be able to watch your flanks and whatnot. Like that, so from here you can watch the flank from theater, and you can still watch this rotate. Obviously, Ash is probably not the best to be opening up upstairs just because she has such limited Ash charges, unless you bring breach charges. But for Ash, I recommend flashbangs, and the reason for that is, if there is a Maestro Cam or a shield, throw a flashbang at it first, because if there's an ADS, you will know, and you'll throw 2. And then, that would be very... Oh, I would honestly throw all 3, because there could be 2 ADSs. As opposed to shooting one of your Ash charges, having it get ADS'd, having to use 2 flashbangs to see if there's one or more, to clear the remaining ADS and see if there's another one, and then use your other Ash charge. You use all of your utility on that one spot, for that one Maestro Cam. So that is, this is a little tip. So like for Zofia, what you would do is maybe shoot a concussion first. For Sledge and Buck, Buck can't really destroy anything now without his frags. So him and Sledge are mainly just for making more line of sights, like the one we made in VIP onto the rotate. That's what they're mainly used for. For Sledge, obviously with his frags, you can do the same thing as Ash, breaking shields and Maestro Cams. You just need to communicate, hey, I need you to flashbang this, see if there's an ADS. Well, that's pretty much what you do as an entry. Once you die, you're gonna need to be playing cams, so your other living teammates don't get flanked. So quickly recapping, what's important as an entry is your aim, your pre-placed drones, how to give callouts, how to understand callouts, how to take fights, knowing where people will be. Operators you would play are Zofia, Ash, Buck, Sledge. Know how to use your utility. If you're Zofia and if you have any explosives, don't use them on barbed wire. That's a massive waste. Like I said, unless you are rushing and you know the area is clear and you want to take control of it before the defense notices the gap and rotates back. And mainly use your utility on Maestro Cam, Goyo shields, regular shields, bulletproof cams. Throw a flashbang or use a concussion or call somebody to use a flashbang to clear an ADS or a WMI before you, or even have IQ scan if there's an ADS before you use an Ash charge or Zofia impact or frag grenade, before you try and destroy the utility, because especially with the meta of so much utility, being able to destroy the utility is very important. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said at the beginning, I do stream every day, link in description below. Follow my Twitter for updates on videos, things going on, streams, all that good stuff. Also link in description below. If you enjoyed, remember to like, subscribe. But thank you for watching, and peace out, gamers.